Good morning, monkeys. Welcome to another episode of RCT Classic for iPad. And here we've got, I'm going to call it what it is. It's a filler episode. So if you want to skip over it, skip over it. But if you're interested in seeing what we create here, definitely stick around. We're going to build out the latter half, just a little bit that's left of our lakefront area, as well as what's left of our Wild West area. And that's what you can see me doing here. What I'm creating are what I would consider to be rock formations like in the Sedona area of Arizona, right? So you've got these plumes of rock that come up and they have these rounded edges. So when you come out of grid mode, they have a nice look to them. So that's what we're creating here, is a bit of a boundary between our Wild West area and our lakefront. We want to, again, have clear separations, right? That's the intention. That's the goal. That's what we go after here in Fun Time USA 2020. That's the name of this park at the current moment. Still need a name for my park, guys? What's going on? Who wants to name the park? I'm going to put it on you guys. What is going to be the name of this theme park? We've got a bunch of different areas. We're creating a new one now, which is going to be a surprise later on this afternoon. We're going to release a secondary video, which will be pretty awesome. And that's going to be the full construction of our teaser picture we sent out yesterday of our Intamin Mega Coaster, right? That thing looks massive. But yeah, let's get back to this video here and we'll talk about that one in that video. All right, so here we are. We're just creating a little bit of a themed area here for this scissor ride. What is it called now? Why can't I see? It's called Scissor in Planet Coaster, but the Twister. Why can't I remember what it's called? Oh my goodness, the Scrambler. That's it. So yeah. So here we are. We just created a fun little Native American area for our Scrambler. We're building up just a quick building to have a walkthrough, an underground walkthrough to go from one part of this area to the next. This way we don't have any laggers, because we had a couple of those. And yeah, this is more or less how we clean this area out. Now there's going to be a lot of tree work that's going to go in and bush work that's going to happen. So we're going to skip over a little bit of that. I'm going to show you some of it, but not all of it, because Lord knows I can't sit here watching somebody put trees in. That's just absolute torture, and I'm sorry I made you guys do that in the past. But yeah, so here we are. We're just building out, against a quick balloon area with a bathroom. And then I noticed we wound up getting some laggers here. You see all those people there pulling out their maps? That's the game's indication of telling you that there's a path that needs to be made for these people. Or for these guests, they can't get through, right? So I noticed that as I'm building this out, and I'm like, oh, well, darn it. I'm going to have to put in a pathway here. And you're going to see what I do there in a moment. It comes out pretty cool. And again, when it comes to just finalizing your area, I think I'm going to come back today. I'm not going to make a video on it, but I'm going to do a full pathway walkthrough. I'm going to put in lampposts. I'm going to put in benches, trash cans. Really just fill up the pathways here and make them look just 100% complete. Because I think we've worked so hard on all of the theming. I think that's just a little bit of layer that we're missing here. So in this part here, I'm looking through and I'm noticing we've still got some open areas here, or caverns, if you will, surrounding our coaster here, the entryway and the exits of the coaster. So I definitely come in here. I'm putting in just, some additional buildings. And again, so it has that feeling of going through like, this old this mining area, or this, massive exploration-esque coaster. That's the idea we wanted to go through here. So you're traveling through these different biomes on this one coaster, right? And to embellish upon the Native American theming, I decided to throw these in here around either side of the coaster. And the premise behind that was to create Again, just a good, solid, consistent, coherent theme all the way across from beginning to end on the coaster, right? Now think about it, right? You're this Wild West guy, you go through this, Wild West town when you first go on the train and the train goes up the lift hill and you're going past this Native American area and then the Native Americans have to chase you. So what you do is your train starts to go super fast down that hill and all through these different biomes, through the canyons, and the whole time the Indians are chasing you and you're the cowboys. Yeah, that's the story I made up in my head. So, again, you guys can kind of figure that out. But here I am just building out another building for our train to go through. It's a quick shot in and out, boom, right? And that's the idea. We want to have these moments of shock and awe that we create with our different theming around the coaster. And this is what increases your overall coaster's excitement rating. By putting all these pieces of theming in and creating these different moments. The more pieces you put in, the higher your excitement rating. And how that works is it's an algorithm, some type of algorithm or calculation where every piece you put in increases the excitement rating by X%, but it's got to be near the coaster or else the coaster doesn't register it. Yeah, it's a lot of complicated stuff that I am not a programmer, so I don't understand, but you get the point. So here we are putting in theming. Putting in a ton of trees. We used a variable of trees here, so we didn't have that same boring over and over look of repetition. So I used your caucus fir, I used a Monterey cypress, and I used Caucasian fir, Caucasian fir, Monterey fir, and a red fir, right? And the idea was just to have really clear, easy, consistent look. And I should have cut the video at this point, and I don't know why I haven't. Oh my goodness, no, we gotta watch the trees going in. It could be worse. You get to listen to me talk a little bit longer. Oh, here we go. All right, so here is an overall shot. It's giving that big picture look, a quick, scan of it. And we're gonna do a slow walkthrough, but here I am. This is the point where I noticed, look at all those laggers, right? So this is why it's great to have your buildings built the way that I build them. So you can put a pathway through the center. It looks like they're entering the building, but in actuality, they're walking through and cutting through the opposite side, so you don't end up with the lagger situation. All right, look at that with that old mining theme. I love it, right? Super cool. All right, now we put in more trees, and I think I clipped a video. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I definitely clipped a video here. I know I'm sitting here watching trees. Oh my goodness, I'd shoot myself. But you can fast forward, and boop, here we are. Fast forwarded. Trees are Dunsky. All right, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pan out a little bit here. Again, you see me zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. Why do I do that? Well, I want to get a full picture. I want to get a macro image and a micro image, right? So I want to get inside and outside. And here we are taking a slow walk through and kind of checking out our whole area. Now look at that, it's fully done. How great does that look, right? Now throw in some of those lampposts and benches, and I think we've really got a full story here. I love, love, love the way this looks. It's truly all engulfing. There's not one area that's exposed with just blank ground. For our guests, it is wherever the guests are, it is all encompassing and engulfing. You are lost in the magic in that, in that extreme close-up. All right, so at this point here, I'm going to have you guys take a little ride on a mine train so you can see how high our excitement rating has gone with all of our theming, right? What I do here is try to hide it off, and then I'm like, you know what, let me show you guys the rating. So watch this coaster go and see, you can see it as it spins in at 8.29 with an excitement rating. That was in like the high 6s when we first started this coaster before the theming. So you can increase massive amounts, right? And the intensity rating is pretty high, but that's the whole point. We wanted this to be a runaway train experience, right? Something like out of Disney's Runaway Mine Train. or the Seven Dwarfs train. You know, that's the whole idea that I went after with this. I wanted it to be very elusive and chaotic and crazy, you know, having really crisp, sharp turns, you know. And you can see, you know, you've got a lot of these lateral turns that happen, and that's where that intensity rating does increase. If you look at the lateral Gs, it's working at a 2.79 G. Now, the average coaster, I mean, it's the max lateral G that you should be seeing on a coaster is a 2.5, right? Realistically, anything higher than 2.5 is detrimental to your guests, right? It's going to kill them. But, all right, so here we are. Naming our ride train, and we are going to name it the, ready? 1, 2, 3, Canyon Town Mind Blaster. All right, and thank you very much to, oh my goodness, I did not write your name down. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much to the person who named it. I'm going to put his name down in the description, but Canyon Town Mind Blaster is the name of our coaster. Thank you so much for suggesting that. Super appreciative of all of you guys that are watching the video, and those of you that participate. More of you guys should participate. You are more than welcome to. You know, we're still waiting for a name for the park, and we're gonna have a couple more rides coming in the next few videos that are gonna need names, and I want you guys to name them, right? So don't be afraid. Definitely participate. Here I am just throwing in some fun signage as well. Obviously, you know, your entryway to the ride gets a little bit lost in the sauce here, right? With all of the buildings. I really didn't take that into perspective when I was building the town. I was like, oh my God, as I'm going to put the sign in, I realized you kind of lose the entryway, right? So what I did was I built out this Canyon Town Mind Blaster sign. I did one going up, one going sideways, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, is this too amusement parky? But I didn't think so. What do you guys think? I would love your opinion. Not that anyone gives me their opinion anyway, all 5 of you that watch my videos, but I appreciate it anyway. But yeah, Canyon Town Mind Blaster is the name of the coaster. Thank you so much again for so-and-so who suggested. I can't remember your name, and I'm so sorry, but I'll put your name in the description. And yeah, so Canyon Town Mind Blaster, super great coaster, great area of the park. This was a good like 10 hours worth of work at least. But yeah, I mean, super proud of what we put together here, what I put together, and I'm excited to cut the next video too. We're gonna have some really good stuff happening in the next video, from building 2 very, very iconic rides, both of which are going to be inspired by real life rides. Okay, so keep that in mind. But here we are coming to the end of the video. Thanks so much, guys, for joining on this video. This is a short one at 13 minutes and 19 seconds. But remember, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, and YouTube, and Discord, Coaster Monkey Studios. I'm going to put all of those links in the description down bottom, and check me out, Coaster Monkey Studios, on every single platform. Thanks so much for joining, guys, and check you next time.